I'm Rob Cosman. We are here at Heartland Forest in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. This is our we're on day number 5 of our 9th class. We started this in November of 2016. And we've had approximately 57 combat wounded soldiers come to our workshops. So the numbers are starting to get up there, which is great. Quick little rundown of what we do. We teach a 5-day hand tool workshop. We cover sharpening of planes, chisels. Haven't done saws yet. Remind me we'll do that today. We teach them how to use those planes and chisels. We have them dimension rough lumber so it's flat, smooth, and square on all 6 surfaces. We learn we learn through dovetails, hand cut through dovetails. We learn mortise and tenon joints, and we make a little bench hook, which is just an exercise that allows them to take something home with some fancy dovetails. And we work long hours.
We do. We
start at breakfast is at 7. We're in the shop by 8. We bring lunch in so we don't have to leave. That gives us extra time. Usually at 6:30 we go to eat supper. We come back and we stay until, you guys were here last night until after 11?
Close to 11, yeah.
Yeah. I think some actually were after 11 before they left.
Mm-hmm.
So we get lots of time to practice the techniques that we've been taught. So it kind of cements them. At least that's the idea. Ron Noskell is a Canadian combat wounded veteran. We don't get very many of those. We've been digging for them, but hard to find. You got to find them before we can get them here. Ron, you're from Edmonton, correct?
Yes.
But you're from Newfoundland.
Born in Newfoundland.
St. John's.
Yes.
Some people might pick that up on the accent.
Just a little, maybe. Yeah.
How'd you find out about this?
I follow a lot of YouTubers, but always looking for a Canadian woodworker that has the level of experience that I can trust. And it's the trust that I need in order to say, okay, I can follow that guy and all his techniques, and he knows what he's talking about. And then I found, I guess an interview was posted about the Purple Heart program, and I'm like, that sounds like something I'd really like to do. Because the hand cut dovetails, that's the next level in the craft of woodworking. I mean, I do power tool woodworking for probably 25 years now, but to use a hand plane, I got an old Stanley, it just doesn't perform anywhere near what these things do. The Wood River plane is something else. But the sharpening techniques is what's taken me, I think, to the next level as well, because my chisels were never that sharp. So learning all that, the sharpening techniques, it brings all your woodworking to a brand new level. And I can't wait to make some projects when I get home.
You, speaking of which, at home, you're medically retired?
Medically retired.
A little bit in your military background, what you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I was water, fuel, and environment technician in the Air Force. Spent most of my time with the 2nd Combat Engineer Regiment. So I'm Air Force uniform, but spent most of my time in the Army, so we're called a purple trade. I did 2 tours in Afghanistan, also going back to Petawawa with 2CR to do those tours in Afghanistan. I got a total of about 18 months in Afghanistan. The 2nd tour was the longest one.
Yeah. So what's next?
Well, I'm pretty well now doing woodworking as a hobby full time because I'm not working, so just trying to keep myself busy.
Yeah. How would you, what can you do to convince, I mean, I don't care where they're from, but since I'm a Canadian and we teach this in Canada, it would be nice to have a good representation of Canadian vets. So hopefully some of them are doing what you did, searching on the internet, so talk to them directly, please, and convince them to register so we can help if at all possible.
Well, in talking to the people at OSIS and that kind of thing, having something to keep your mind occupied is definitely a great help, and woodworking is probably one of the best. I know there's some guitar programs out there, but to actually do something with your hands and accomplish something I mean, the smell of the wood, the focus that you have to have in order to get so good at being able to do dovetails and different joints is something that takes all your focus, and you don't need to think about anything else. I mean, it helps get your mind off things and keeps you busy.
By the way, you're our second Newfoundlander.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we had Kyle Perrell, who was in one of our early classes.
Mm-hmm.
So Newfoundland's up in the lead.
Very nice.
That's great. How's the camaraderie been with the other guys in the class?
Excellent. Like, the thing with soldiers, it doesn't matter if you're Air Force, Army, Navy, US, Australian, Canadian, there's a common bond, and I think we kind of understand each other. So it's like being deployed with different forces, you know, you get along, and you know, things are pretty good. To have the civilians in here is great. You get that little extra experience from those guys. That you can get a little help here. Sometimes you get a little conversation that'll help calm you down and get you back into focus if you fall out. It's excellent.
Did it have any impact on you coming, knowing that there was going to be another half a dozen or so combat wounded vets here?
Yeah.
Was that a part of it?
Yeah. Well, because one of the symptoms of PTSD and depression is avoidance, and my psychologist is kind of on me all the time about working by myself, woodworking. She wants me out and, you know, mingling with people and kind of getting back into society. And this has been great. Like, to have something where, you know, you're on the same playing field as everybody else. Everybody pretty well starts at the same level, and you learn together, and you make mistakes together, and the conversations have been great getting to know these guys.
You need to do something like this back in Edmonton, and I'll come out. You get it started, I'll come out and help you. But there's enough of them out there.
Oh yeah.
We could be doing this. In fact, wouldn't it be great if every one of the vets that goes through this program, even on a small level, like Ash is trying to do back in Australia, is just get a bunch of you together, a few of you together,
Yeah.
once a week, you know, on Saturday meet, and yeah, that could be a big stepping stone for a lot of these guys. Ron, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
God save the Queen, by the way.
Yeah.
Ladies in the same room.
All right.
Thank you for being here, seriously.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.